Underdogs Rise will be getting the first pick. They will going for that Phobius ban. And I think this might, in the previous match we just saw what Melissa did. And people were saying that Siren's Melissa or Siren's Melissa is kind of a OP. It's not kind of OP, it is OP. And we just saw in the previous game what she did. She provided a lot of dividends to her teams. So that's why I think Melissa bans can be, or they will pick some Melissa counter heroes. That's going to be a lot of CC, a lot of sustain kind of heroes. So what do you think, Asuya?
Well, since they already banned out the Matilda, I think it's a great choice because when you have a Matilda in your team, you have a lot of team compositions open. You have the disengage for yourself. You can go for the hitbox. You can go for a pick off composition. So yeah, banning her out is always the best because especially towards the late game, the heals, the shields, the disengages, they are amazing. And especially you can even go her with, if your team is kind of winning, go semi mage build, and yes, she will be dealing out a lot of damage. And yes, great ban. Like, look at that. Sicilian has also been banned out. Another great ban because he can be that firepower, especially towards the late game, with his infinite scaling as the clock ticks by.
Exactly. And now we can see an Ixia ban. We saw Ixia getting banned in the previous game number one of this match, the grand finale match. We are in the game number two, guys, and I think this time that's going to be Xbox. See, they played Xbox in the previous game. Now they are banning the Xbox, and now the first pick will be from the Underdogs Rise. So I think there are a lot of possibilities. So I'm going to ask you, Asuya, what do you think is going to be up in this first pick by Underdogs?
Yeah. Oh wait, it is a
Oh,
Brody. Preferring a Brody. Are they? Is one of the players from Underdogs a good Brody player? Did you see her before?
I mean, guess what? I haven't seen, so that's a little surprise for me. But I know they have picked Brody in the first picks. I'm damn sure they're pretty confident, and they are gonna ban Brody's counter in the last, not the last, but the second banning phase. So let's just see what team Underdogs are cooking here because Luminaire's Lyre has the now it has the first two picks advantage. They can pick EXP lane. I think in EXP lane, Khalid is open, Hilda is open, Gatot Kasa is open. Come on, I think I need a Hilda Gatot combo. It's kind of a OP, and you can dash out a lot of dividends and damage from those combos. So I might see. Okay, I didn't see anything. So I just seeing an Aurora, the Ice Queen. I think she can give me an ice cream also. But now Alexa is going for that Yuzhong. So Yuzhong, the Black Dragon, and the Ice Queen coming in from the Luminaire's Lyres. And now the Siren and the Nikos has the pick. What do you think, Asuya?
Well, first of all, I think picking out an Aurora is good because if after all she has damage in the early game, she has that CC, and if you're able to support her with really early game firepower, just like you said, maybe a Hilda or even a Jawhead, it, she can perform pretty well. But then again, just look at that. Khalid has been taking up a great choice if you ask me because even though he was nerfed, especially when he gets some equipments, he can do an amazing job with that third pick being a Tiki. They just don't want any CC coming from Aurora, just already trying to, you know, disarm the Queen's CC, which she's famous for.
We just saw Dicky from the side of Luminaire's Lyres in the previous game. Now we are seeing a Dicky from the Underdog's Rise. And we can see Annabelle this time going in for, and I think I pronounced her name wrong, my bad, Annabelle. So she's going in for that cleanse. That's going to be the grenade bombardment guy. And I didn't make that name, guys. It's the ultimate of his claim of the hero. But now in the second banning phase, we got Daki, and I think I know Daki personally. I know Annabelle personally, but I think I can have my favorites, but I will not be biased. So this for so far so forth. I think they just picked Clint to burst down Diggy before Aurora can land her Frigid Glacier combo. But I think it can't be possible because you will be zoned by the Khalid, you will be zoned by the Brody's torn apart memory. So you gotta be very careful with that. So I think these last two picks from either of the side is going to decide this game. Who will win this game from the drafting point of view? Because my friend says because draft is 60% of the game, 40% is execution, and you can make that 40% execution a 100% win probability if you execute it really well. But now we can see not the Ixia ban, the Lilia ban. Previous game, Lilia was picked by Underdogs Rice, and they banned Lilia this time. So I think they will be going for some highly immobile hero.
Well, I agree, but then again, the matchup of Brody against Clint, I'm really excited to see that which marksman comes on top because even Brody got a recent buff. He's unpacking punches. Same goes for our Clint because he did get optimized, and yes, with the Malefic gun, his range has further increased. He's dealing an amazing amount of damage, and with that, although underdogs do have a Dicky as the rover, so it would be better if they go for some tanky kind of EXP. Sorry, tanky jungle. They need that tankiness with themselves. Meanwhile, like the luminaries, it depends on them that how they're gonna counter it all out because they should be knowing that a lot of tankiness is gonna come from the side of underdogs. Then again, will they be going for a Lunox core lane or even a carry? We just need to wait it and watch. Meanwhile, just look at those bans, Solski, Kuniver banned out, and wait a second, is that a Leomord
Leomord.
getting banned out? It's new for
Can
me.
I answer that?
Yeah.
So Sonia played Leo mod in the grand finales of the lower bracket. She won the second game with a clean sweep against Muff with that Leo mod. So I think they watched that thing and they banned the Leo Angela combo and they were lacking specifically a roam and a jungler. So they sensed it pretty well. And this time they banned it really banned this combo, I would say, in a very good timing, I say, because it can get caught you off guard. Because who will think that they're gonna ban a Leo mod? Angela, we can think that they can ban an Angela, but who will think they will ban a Leo mod? But this time they are targeting Sonia's. Okay, they are attacking Sonia's jungle pool. But for now, I think Daki is going in for that Martis, and Sony has the what do you call it, room for picking
Yeah.
room, and I would say not a CC room this time because CC will be get nullified by the Diggy here, but you can go CC because if you have a lot of CC, which will Diggy nullify because you will
Yeah.
have a lot of chain CC. So let's just see. Think Katut can be a very good pick here. I think support wise, I think Rafaela is the only support left for now, which is kind of a good here. Minotaur can be a very good here, but I think Diggy counters Mino really well because Mino is kind of a slow setter. I would say Atlas against Diggy is not a good combination. What else? Okay, Tiger is left. Implosion combo can be a very useful in this game. But we can see, okay, there's going to be the Eve and the Ling right there. An Eve pick against a Martis. I love the fact that they have gone with the Eve against a Martis with us because when Martis uses Mortal Coil, I think it will be very detrimental to play Martis against Eve.
Well, first of all, I have seen Sonia playing Mortis. She's amazing. She's really, really amazing. So I'm really looking forward because I'm sure they're gonna
Oh,
swap it out right now. And yes, she will be going for a Mortis jungle. But then again, just look at that. Finally, they will picking up a Kaja. And I think he is a great pick here because they didn't have anything to catch on to that Link. And if Link uses his Tempest of Blades after that, he can just be suppressed by the Kaja. And if the team has enough and good follow ups, he will be taken down pretty easily. But then again, I think, Eve is a mage. She's an amazing mage. But then again, like if your team is winning, she can be a cherry on top. But then again, if your team is not able to snowball, they are on the losing edge. She kind of falls down. Her damage goes down. And I have seen people, isn't even able to use her ultimate, and she just gets taken down. So let's just see how the game goes. Because I was really hoping for underdogs to go for some tanky jungle, but instead they go in for that assassin with the link.
yep, exactly. But I think I would have to disagree with that. Eve, as obviously you just said it really well. But I think Eve doesn't have to use his ultimate necessarily to when you are losing a team fight or maybe losing a momentum, you can actually slow down the enemy with your skill set. But right away, guys, as we are in the loading screen, or not the loading screen, as we are moving on to the game, this is the game number 2 of the best of 5 series of the grand finale of the India Showdown Season 1 all female tournament. Game number 1 won by Team Underdogs Rise. And this time, Underdogs Rise is on the blue side. Red side, Luminaire's Lyre. Luminaire's Lyre with the 0 point. And Underdogs Rise with the 1 point. Soul Sky will be your analysis caster again this time. And guess who will be a play-by-play? Get used to this so soothing voice, guys, because it's going to be the Asuya.
Well, thank you for that, Solski. And then again, just look at that. Like Dicky just doing Dicky stuff. planting those bombs and dishing out, trying to poke people
Bombs.
away. But just look at Taki. Already Siren looking low, and the flicker has been used up. The revitalize was also used up by Tiki right there. Neko trying to come in, trying to provide some slow, but they will just be disengaging. Meanwhile, just look at Annabelle trying to cut that lane against a Khalid. I think Yuzhong versus Khalid in the early game, Yuzhong takes the upper hand because he does have that knock up to disrupt the second skill from Khalid.
I mean, yeah, you pointed it really well, but I think they will be very careful of that. But for now, I would say the bursting potential of both the teams is quite high because you got a turn apart memory. But you can see the bottom lane.
The
Oh,
Tempest Blades coming in. Daki looking really low, and the Dicky skill will bring him back on the chopping block as he is taken down. The first blood
unlucky.
secured by Ling right there. I mean, it's only been 2 minutes. The first blood taken away.
That was very unlucky because they both were recalling. I think Digi recalled before the Daki, and Daki just left it behind. But for now, I think they will be focusing on the first turtle that has been spawned. Daki again going in. Digi is in the. Okay, we can see right away Eve getting down.
I mean, that's the beauty of Yuzhong, the Black Dragon. He can actually split people apart, take down mages, especially like even with that, the first turtle secured by the side of Luminaire Lyres. A great zoning incoming from their side.
Yep, and as far as we speak of, we can see the item position. Aurora straight away going in for that glowing one, I suppose, the anti-heal. And I love the fact that she is buying anti-heal because they got the Khalid, they have the Digi, and if he wants that flask, a shield is going to be up. So you gotta have the anti-heal for the shield and the Khalid. But for now, I think anti-heal is also going to be by the Eve. So both of the team buying necessary stuff in this early part of the game. So it can be anybody's game in this early phase. But Yuzhong is there. But we can see in the bottom lane, 3 people are already there.
I mean, they're just trading blows at this point here. They are looking for that one pick off. I mean, just look at that Annabelle though. She is, trying to just clear off, cut the lanes, trying to support the team in the team fights. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just looking to gang those marksmen because they will be there towards the late game with the firepower. The freeze coming in, the frost breeze not really connecting onto anyone. So right now, just the poking game going on.
Yep, exactly. But now, as I mentioned, that both the teams are having a part game for now. But you can see a skirmish in the top lane. Who do you think is gonna win here?
I mean, I think it's definitely the Yushang. I mean, just look at the Shah residue, giving him all the heals that he needs. But look at that kill taken away by our decimation. That's the beauty of having Sonia on that, she does a great job. I've seen her do that before, and she's doing it again. Meanwhile, the Aurora being so useful, Alexa on that Aurora not sparing a single chance for those kills.
Exactly. But now the Sonia will be getting the War Axe, and now the second turtle is going to be up. Now I think both the teams have actually first items of every hero, and the anti-heal is up. So I think this is going to be very tough for Khalid and Yuzhong as well. But let's just see who will get this the second turtle of the game. Really, you can see in the top lane side.
And Annabelle looking really low. The black dragon form has been forced out before the fight for the turtle actually begins. Not a good sign, but they will be trying to invade for the blue path. Ling will just be retreating. Meanwhile, just look at Annabelle trying to zone people away. And I think this will be another uncontested lord for the side of Luminaire Lyre at this point because Ling has just given up on the turtle. He's not even there anywhere nearby. Maybe they will be just trading the blows, exchanging Daki for the turtle. The Tempest of Blades coming in, and the Time's Journey has also been deployed. Daki will be taken down. Rest of the team a bit pretty late to secure the life of their marksman.
Exactly, and now I think they're focusing on that.
Oh, look at the frost breeze coming in. The real world manipulation has also been taken down, and they are trying to zone people away. Sonia looking really low. The one hit which was needed wasn't able to be taken apart. But just look at the first tier top turret taken down by Annabelle along with the life of Khalid. I mean, that's what I was talking about, Solski. Yuzhong versus a good Khalid. Yuzhong will be on top if he uses his skills pretty well.
Yeah, even your quicksand is not going to be very useful against Yuzhong. But we saw on the bottom lane side, Eve providing a lot of dividends with a skill box, and just low was on point. But Martis will be getting away. But look at the Annabelle's position. Ling doesn't know that she is there. But now Ling will have a very good quick response to it. And in the previous fight we just saw that they forced out the Black Dragon from Yuzhong. But again the Black Dragon will be used to force out the retribution. But it was not a very good point because the second turtle is up in 50 seconds. And Daki is providing a little overextension. You shouldn't be going in that confidently because they know that you are going to be in the bush. But we can see Alexa is on point. 4 people are in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, 3 people are only of the underdog side. We can see the itemization right away. That this time the Warx has been bought by the Yu Zhong. So far, so what? Thunderbolt has been bought by the Khalid, Berserker Fury. You still haven't gotten her anti-heal, but meanwhile you can see Aurora is actually approx 1k farm ahead than her. Okay, we can see here that's going to be the Tempest of Blade, but nobody holds there. The second turtle is up in 15 seconds, and Annabelle will be reaching to that turtle fight real soon. So I think we can see the bottom lane side.
And they're
Oh,
just pretty close at this point. I think Daki trying to dish out some damage right there, but just look at the torn apart memory, not doing much damage onto Siren. Meanwhile, the ultimate from our Kaja was already forced up, so I think Link does have a bit of upper hand in this competition for the tunnel if he goes in, because people are just trying to zone them away. The Frost Priest coming in. Neku hasn't frozen up. Remy looking really low. Black Dragon once again onto the land of dawn. And wait a second, that kill secured by our Alexa with that. Just look at Annabelle doing an amazing job. And TX playing, trying to zone people away. Richie's looking really low. The Sandstorm coming in onto 4 people, and the dragon has been taken down. Meanwhile, the real world manipulation also has been deployed. She is trying to dish out some damage. Sonia might go in for that decimation, but she will just be retreating out. They might even be trying to force down that bottom tier turret because it's 2 versus 3, but the damage is still there by Neku. And yes, they just decide to retreat. But just look at Sonia right now. She's on the rampage with that Sky Piercer 2-0.
exactly. And now she has got the Sky Piercer, as you mentioned. But Annabelle has bought the Queen Wings. I mean, that's a good call because if your team is winning, you don't need a lot of either like any attribute defense, not the physical defense, because Queen Wings provide you with a lot of sustenance, and you are a fighter with a lot of HP. So that's a good call from Annabelle. I think she should buy, I would say, some dreadnought armor for Ling and just go for the Radiant right away. Let us see what she buys it, because I think Eve is not providing a lot of dividends for now. But Daki is going with that Blade of Heptaseas, and I'm not quite sure that it's going to be useful here, because I think and let's just see how Blade of Heptaseas plays out, because now she has bought it. She will be getting a passive damage, but we can see the bottom right away, and I think Daki might be corner here.
Ling going in with a temperature blade. Just look at that. Harkaja looking really low. Chibi will be taking down Daki. He is forced to retreat. Sonia and Alex are also on behind, trying to support the marksman. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it's our Khalid and Annabelle going in 1-for-1. The second tier turret also taken down by Yuzhong, and they will be duking it out. The residue just healing Annabelle up at this point, and Khalid just needs to retreat, healing up with his second skill. I mean, they're losing it out in the EX lane. They have so much freedom at this point, but look at that. Frigid Glacier coming in, but Time's Journey was also used up, kind of, to just secure himself from that.
Yep, and now as we saw the itemization, Dicky has bought the fleeting time. Good call by Dicky, but I think he will get melted real quickly if he just get caught in misposition. And I think the first Lord advantage will be going towards Luminaire's Lyre here right now. But let's just see, will Link contest for it, because Daki has been marked a lot of times in this game. I think she hasn't gotten her power spike for now, but she has that Blade of Heptaseas passive. So I think if the first hit lands on a particular low HP hero, it's going to be very beneficial for Team Luminaire Lyres. And same I can speak of the Underdogs, right? Because they have the Link to finish off. If torn apart memory gets used properly, I would say that's a very, special treat for Link. We can see skirmish going in towards the Lord side. A lot of time waste is happening for now, but okay, Alexa might get caught here with reverse time here.
Well, true. I mean, she is in low HP after all. The teams are just clearing up, trying to dominate in the gold lane. The Time's Journey has already been used up, and it will be a clearing spree for our Alexa. That Diggy was taken down. Black Dragon has been forced up with the 25 Siren looking really low. She will be taken down with that combination, that synergy. I mean, Luminaire Lyres wanted that control over the river area, and yes, they get it. And now I think this will be a third neutral objective for them. Uncontested Lord once again. Meanwhile, look at the top lane. Wait a second. That is Link trying to split push. Meanwhile, Sibi just trying to clear out the lanes, trying to protect his turret, and he will be successful in doing so. And at this point, they should just look to sink those lanes because Taki is
Oh,
looking really low. The ultimate coming from.
oh.
And wait a second, that freeze coming from Alexa on the nick of time, saving Taki's life in 1 HP. I really thought that the Raging Sandstorm will be taking her life away, but that is what the support you need, Smolsky.
I mean, I just love Aurora right now because she sacrificed everything to save her friend, and that's type of friend you want in real life also, guys. So take a note of it. So yep, beautifully played by Alexa right there, and she is a 401. She played Lunox previous game very carefully, and she has got the blood wings for extra damage. But you can see in the mid lane they are trying to force out the mid lane. Reverse time on the Kaja right there, and now Clint is trying to poke a lot of damage because he has got the endless battle, and he is going for the despair right away, and then he can go for the malefic rover after that because malefic rover can easily melt down that Khalid, and even the Diggy also with his flask of Oasis passive. And he has got the flask and so far so forth. Thunderbolt is there, and I love the fact he has got the fleeting time as well, the Kaja, and he's with the Dreadnought armor for the extra defense against the Ling and I would say this Brody. Good call from the Khalid right there, but we can see a proper positioning coming in from the side of Team Luminaire, Lyres right there. Let's just see what they hold for us right now.
And yes, they might be going in again. Just look at that knockup coming from our Annabelle, but they will just be retreating as they have kind of secured a lot of turrets to themselves. And I think the winner of this comp Solski is definitely Annabelle because she provided a lot of freedom of movement. Like the team didn't have to rotate for the top lane even once. That's how dominating she was. I mean, just look at her. 2 turrets, she took them down solo, and that is a
Mhm.
perfect pick right there against the Khalid. They kind of diffused the Khalid bomb which they had with that one pick. Because you look at that,
Oh,
the knockup and the petrify, but the Tempest of Blade has been used up. Wait a second, Remy kind of using up the revitalize. The Black Dragon has been forced out into the line of dawn, but they will just be retreating at this point. They might even go in for the blue buff, trying to deny Link of the blue buff he really needs. Look at the Annabelle, the RW vamp coming in with a raging sandstorm. Time's journey has also been used up. Crumpled bodies flowing left and
uh,
right. Sonia finally getting taken down. They will be forced to retreat, but Neko has some other plans. She's trying to just slow them down, but of course you cannot chase fleeing people away. Daki looking really low. She will also be retreating at this point, but maybe the first tier turret will be taken down from the side of Luminous Lyres because everyone is trying to just go in for them.
oh.
Khalid jumping in. Look at Annabelle. What is that positioning from behind? You will be taken down, laying too far behind. I mean, you did manage to take that first tier turret, but it was a jungler who got traded off.
Did you see Annabelle just plays a stun where the positioning of that Tempest of Blade from the Ling was about to land the Ling on the land, I suppose. I mean that was a perfect positioning coming in from the Annabelle right there, trying to stun before Ling hits his Tempest of Blade, and she wasn't successful in doing so. But I think Ling was kind of a fast hand right there. But now we can see Brody with the damage. We just saw how he quickly melted that Martis, but I think Martis still needs a little bit defense because she is going in with full attack items. I think I'm not a very big fan of that attack Martis, but I think she can buy a Queen Wings or she can buy a little defense for the Brody because Brody having a lot of damage. Malefic gun, he has the new Malefic gun is the new items. But I think he has also bought the Sky Pierce right away. The Lantern is there with this Nekos. And now she will be providing a lot of damage. I think Martis should go for a little bit of defense, but I think he will be going for attack because if he gets his hands on somebody, I think Decimation is kind of unstoppable right now. At 40 minutes mark into the game, we will be moving on to the late game as we hit the 15 minutes mark. And now, okay, that's a lot of damage coming in from the Daki right there. And that's what I was talking about. She has got a despair for now. Malefic gun is necessary on the team.
And yes, they're forcing that team fight. Another body taken down right there. Neko is next on the chopping block. Annabelle going in for more, but
Ling.
it was a successful defense for them. Meanwhile, look at Melancholy trying to split push. Someone needs to recall. I think he will be successful to take down
Oh,
the first tier turret. But wait a second, no one is letting them recall. Who is recalling? Will Ling be able to finish that game? Alexa is right there back. She will be able to save that base. I was really going to see that backdoor
nah.
happening. Oh my god, they just prevented that, and this is the beauty of having a Link because he can be there with his movement speed. I mean, just look at that. Finally, he's coming in, maybe going in for the turtle, but he's
No.
getting surrounded by people. He might even get zoned away. But he
Oh,
has just
yeah.
disengaged himself on the wall. Nick at that. Not at the same time, the Tempest of Blade incoming and
No.
retribution with the Tempest of Blade. She will be securing that turtle for herself. Everyone looking low. Daki has been taken down. Oh my god, MLBB might next be on the chopping block. You were looking really low. Annabelle coming
Nah.
in. Oh god, Solski, that
Oh my
steal
god.
was amazing.
It's a steal because of the confusion that you caused, Link. Because what a confusion it was. But I would say a little communication, not a little, a lot communication gap coming in from the Luminaire's Lyre. I don't know. I think Annabelle should have recalled right there. Aurora should have been in there for zoning, and that's it. And Naki was should be hiding in a bush waiting for the Link to deal out that grenade bombardment damage. And you could have secured the Lord, but no, you decided to do. I don't know what you decided to do. I think I couldn't comprehend the fact that Aurora, your mage, plus the Martes went to just defend against the Ling, and Ling was free in that map, free from any of the zone coming in from your side. But I think there will be a Lord fight that's going to the level 2 Lord for now. And Kaja
Oh.
getting something right there.
Trying to suppress the time's journey has also been used up. The Tempest of Blade coming in, knocking up two people. The Frigid Glacier and the Rival Manipulation has also been deployed. People are falling down. Annabelle has been taken down. Melancholy instead by taken by that decimation, but the double kill coming from Brody. I mean, he's all
Trigger
farmed up
Brody.
at this point, and I think the minions are coming in. Only two people remaining, 2 versus 4, and the minions.
Ooh.
Oh, wait a second. Khalid has been taken down to damage from
No.
Clint Darcy, giving a lot of damage. And the second skill from Neko will be taking that life away. Alexa versus the world. Will she be able? Oh, it's shut down by our Brody. I mean, of course, I think this will be secured. The second game again in the hands of Underdogs with a 360-degree turn. I mean, that one large spoiler on, and the second game in the hands of Underdogs. So
Call not handling pressure well. Pressure management is kind of a low for team Underdogs Rise. But again, the second in a row MVP for Siren or Siren right here. People are going crazy for Siren in the chats, and I'm seeing you guys. And why should you not? Because you should go crazy for Siren because she is providing a lot of dividends to her team, and we just saw what she can do with the Brody. We saw that she took out the Aurora in the last team fight. I think she took out the Clint also. So why not just give the MVP for your Markspen? And as far this after the recent patch, this game shifted more towards Markspen because before this patch, the game was towards the jungling side because whoever snowballs first wins the game. But now your Marksman is getting prioritized, so that's why she is getting the MVP in this game number 2 also. Not that's why because she really played it well, but I think we should give regards to our Ling also because she played it really well in the later part of the game. What a beautiful decision making coming in from the Ling also.
well, I
So
highly agree, Solski, and with that, we will be going in for a short break. But stay tuned, everyone, because the exciting